Hola Coolers, this is another beautiful day. We are back on the back of a very emphatic win against Benfica on their home grounds. What next? We only wait, hope for the next leg, which will be in our own stadium, where we finalize our homework, then we proceed to the next stage of the competition. Regardless, in between the second leg and the first leg, La Liga is still in existence and life still goes on. And so Barcelona will be meeting Osasuna tomorrow, which is going to be very crucial. Why do I say so? Barcelona leads the table, however, with a slim margin, a very slim margin at that, where there is pressure from Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid do sit second. So Barcelona must do whatever we can to ensure that the gap keeps widening and we do not lose some cheap points, but rather continue to gain more points. And so that is why we are here today to talk about tomorrow's game against Osasuna. Yes, on the back of this great Champions League win, that doesn't mean it was without stress. You all can bear witness that the match against Benfica was so hectic, especially with the red card that was in existence. Rotations were not even easily made. Players outplayed their the way they were supposed to play. You can talk about Rafinha, you can talk about Pedri. A lot of players outplayed themselves, which is going to be very crucial because we must find a way of balancing them, especially with tomorrow's game against Osasuna, to ensure that they are able to be rested very well so that we can get the best out of them in the second leg in the UEFA Champions League. Now, if you monitor Lamine Yamal for some time now, you realize that the guy is a kid. He's tired. He's actually tired, especially even with this period. In this period, the guy is we're in the Ramadan season and the guy is fasting. So you can if you observe, you realize that it has its toll on him. So there's a way of managing these guys. Lewandowski is not left out. Lewandowski is another good player, but he's aging. He's old, and we don't expect him to keep giving us those prime Lewandowski performances. And so I just want us to look at the possible lineup that we can use tomorrow. So bearing in mind that we must rotate to keep players rested enough for the UEFA Champions League. So what the lineup that I want to predict, the back line that I would like is I would like Balde to be rested. He rested again in the Real Sociedad game where Gerard Martin came and he did very well. And I think we should come with a very strong team because we really need to win the game as well. But Balde should be rested because he's one of those players that did so very well, and he was also exhausted against Benfica. He did a lot of attacks, he did a lot of defending, and I think that if we really need the best out of Balde, then he should be rested as well. So Balde should start. If Balde is starting, Balde should be benched. He should be rested for the match against he should be rested against Osasuna so that he'll be able to play against Benfica in the second leg. Gerard Martin should start against Real Sociedad. He did so much. He's a promising player, and I think he needs more chances. He can start, but we don't expect Hansi Flick to bench all his fullbacks. You know that he is somebody that doesn't like doing that. So if Balde is going to be benched, then I feel that Kunde should start. That guy is like a robot, a machine. He doesn't get tired anyway. So his starting shouldn't be a problem. So we can talk about starting Gerard Martin and then Kunde as well whilst Balde is rested. Then in the centre backs, Kubasi is a key for me. Kubasi should start because he didn't even play much. He got the red card and he will not even be used in the second leg as well because of the red card. So he should start. Another player that I would have suggested would have been Araujo. Araujo, we actually need him for the second leg, and he seems to be an injury-prone player these days. So Araujo should be benched. And then Eric Garcia, who has been proven to be excellent this season, but doesn't get enough time, he should start because we need Inigo Martinez and Araujo rested for the Benfica second leg. So at the back we have Gerard Martin, we have Eric Garcia, we have Kubasi, and we have Kunde. And in the midfield, there is a lot of controversies in the midfield here. You see, Pedri, for instance, is the player that when you take him out of our system, we actually suffer. We feel his absence. But this guy is somebody that outdid himself in the Benfica game, and we need this guy to be fit. We don't need him to be injured at this point in time in this season, because we need him for almost every game. But we must find a way to balance his game time. So no doubt, Pedro should be rested. So Pedro should be rested. But one thing about this team that Hansi Flick has done about it that is so brilliant and excellent and nice, is beautiful, is anybody at all could start and give us a very good performance, and that's one beautiful thing about the team. So we have so many options. So I would prefer that Casado should start, because Frankie should be rested. If Frankie is rested and Casado starts, you realize that Frankie is a good player, ball control, but the player that is coming in to replace him is another beautiful guy. Casado should start, and I think that Gavi was ill, but he's quite good now. He should play alongside Casado. So we have Gavi and Casado, and then Olmo, who didn't also play much in the game because of the red card. It was a third card decision to remove him. So Olmo should go alongside Casado and Gavi. Now this is where the complication even increases. We have Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. These guys also did very well. It was Lamine Yamal that even got some few minutes of rest. Rafinha played the whole 90 minutes. And when you look at it, this is a game that we still want to win, right? So if we still want to win this particular game, do we intend to rest all our players? It's very, very complicated at this point. So probably Lewandowski, I will see Lewandowski should be rested and Ferran will start. Or maybe we let Lewandowski play. Hansi Flick should let Lewandowski play, so that maybe Rafinha should be rested. So that in this case we have an attack of Rafinha, an attack of Ferran Torres in the wings. We have Lamine Yamal and then Lewandowski in the middle, whilst Rafinha is rested. But we still want to win, right? So probably because of age consideration here, Lewandowski should be rested, whilst Ferran starts in the middle alongside Lamine Yamal and Rafinha in the wings, so that we can see how far we can win this game. So this should be the lineup that Hansi Flick is likely to put up. Probably in the long run, some substitutions can be made, especially if the game is killed in the first half. We can see Ansu Fati, if he's Ansu Fati or Pablo Torre, and those Carl Victor, those guys can all step in later on in the game for some game time. And so I think this is just in brief what I want to say about the match. And the comment section is there for you guys as well. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. We'll continue the discussion over there, and then we'll talk about predictions and many more things. And as always, Vizca El Barça, what this under me knows, I'm out.